those lines, how do you kind of balance learning from the lessons of the last four games in particular while also wanting to flush it?
I mean, the learning never stops. The learning never stops. The moment you stop taking lessons from wins and losses, man, you're already losing. You know what I'm saying? So we can't get confused with, just moving on and honing on to this week and kind of miss the details and the stuff we need to change from previous weeks. The learning, like I said, the learning never stops. You learn from wins, you learn from losses. But we're gonna take everything into this game, and we're gonna put together our best game, and that's all that matters. Getting this one right here.
Who initiated that mosh pit?
I'm sorry?
Who initiated that mosh?
I think it was KZ, a little bit of Mink, a little bit of Miles. It was a few guys. Linebackers got in on it, but it's awesome. You just kind of get that energy, man, because that's what it's gonna take. We playing against a very talented team with talent all over the field, offense and defense, and we're a very talented team with offense and defense. So we just got to go out there and put it together, and like I said, man, just go get this one. And this one's gonna change everything. You're not gonna really be worrying about anything that happened or anything that's coming down the road. Just worry about this one right here, Saturday night, prime time against a division opponent, man. It don't get no better than that.
Broderick, how do you guys as a team approach this week? How do you balance maybe flushing what's happened the last four games while also learning the lessons and taking from those?
I feel like it's still the same week by week. Just coming in with the mindset, everybody coming in the building, having that mindset, and, just having the energy and the enthusiasm, just to be ready to go. Because at the end of the day, we're in a single elimination tournament now. So, we got to be all out from here on out. Everybody know what we can do. Everybody know what we're capable of. We just got to go and do it. So,
is it easy to reset after the last four games? I mean, does it feel like a new season kind of to you guys?
I feel like everybody goes through that slump. So, like where everything's not perfect, and that was ours. So I feel like we just got to continue to just try and grind out of it. Because at the end of the day, like I said, it's lose or go home. So, I'm really not trying to go home yet. So, I'm gonna do everything I can to, be in the same position next week.
Broderick, what have you learned from these last four you guys are trying?
Just all 11 being on the same page at the same time for 60 minutes. I feel like that's all it is. That's all it will ever be, in the game of football. So we just got to continue to do that.
How do you fix the slow starts? Can you at this point?
Anything correctable. But I feel like we just got to put it on us as players, and have that chip on our shoulder to come out and just want to do it. We'll see Saturday when game time rolls around, because, I feel like the guys in the locker room are ready. I know the coaches are fired up. So, like I said, we just got to go out there and do it.
Mike G talked about the baggage of losing the last 5 playoff games being his to carry, but you were here last year. Do you feel any of the pressure of this kind of long postseason drought that this team has?
Yeah, it's definitely on all of us. It's not just one single person. At the end of the day, we're a team, we're a collective. So, we just got to figure it out. I feel like we've been doing a good job, Practice was good today. Hopefully it just continues throughout the week, and then, hopefully it just trickles into Saturday.
No one on the outside's really talking about you guys now? You kind of like being the underdog?
Oh, no. We were never really big on, the outside talks or whatnot, so.
Broderick, you had a mosh pit out there, just to get the energy going. Do you feel like those type of things really kind of help you with where you guys want to be?
That's a defensive thing right there. So. Whatever they got to do to get them geeked up for the game, just had that energy Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be a group effort from everybody. It's not gonna be an easy game. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be wet. So we just got to continue to grind out through all of that and, defy the odds.
Does the offense need its own mosh pit?
No. The offense, we just got to continue to be us. I feel like that's where things get messed up, is when we have one or, like I said, all 11 not on the same page. We got one person taking a detour here and then another one taking a detour here. We just got to continue to click and all 11 just be on the same page.
Do you like that it's the Ravens this week, the familiarity?
I do. For me personally, I wanted to play the Ravens again. I still got a bad taste in my mouth from last game. I wanted to play them again. I'm glad we get to play them again. I just want to go out there and, do what I can to help my team win.
How much will that hurt your hand? wearing a cast? Is it just going to prohibit what you can do out there?
Yeah, I mean, I won't wear a cast, so we'll just kind of have to wait and see how the week goes. We don't know, but we're going to take it day to day, and we'll see.
You optimistic you'll be able to play? Or?
I'm definitely optimistic. Yeah, it's feeling a lot better already. So.
How much were you able to do today out there?
Well, I did a decent amount. I did what was planned for me, and it went well. So we'll just kind of see how it goes.
You ever played through anything like this before, whether high school, college?
Different things like this, yeah. It's just a matter of kind of seeing. I mean, that's really what it is.
Mason, this particular injury, how does it impact what you can do?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm going to go through practice this week. I'm going to see what I can and can't do, and we're going to kind of take it from there, and we'll gauge if it's worth it or what I need to do.
Is there a difference because it's your inside hand versus your outside hand that's broken? How does that change things?
Yeah, there probably is definitely a difference, but it's not. I mean, you use them both a bunch, and so I wouldn't say there's a bigger one way or another, you know.
Did you know when you broke your hand that that's what had happened? I mean, what kind of went through your mind when you felt the injury?
Yeah, I mean, I felt it pop, so I knew right away.
In your experience, is this type of thing that an opposing D lineman will try to swipe at it or attack that more because of this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to play if it's not okay. So we're going to have to just wait and see how the week goes, and it's feeling better already, and so we'll see.
You said you won't wear a cast. You just tape it up if you do play.
Not like a full-blown cast. I'm not going to club it. I mean, if I can grip and play, then I'm going to.
Like a brace?
Yeah, I mean there'll be some sort of brace, but I'm like I said, I'm not going to go if it inhibits me in any way.
Is it going to be up to the doctors, or is it going to be up to you?
I think it's a collective effort. Just kind of see how I feel, see what they say, and go from there.
Two more guys.
We were just talking to the defensive guys. They talked about they got their energy pre-practice with the mosh pit. How, as an offense, are you guys kind of bringing the energy this week?
I mean, I feel like guys are on the edge of their seats. It's playoffs now. Obviously, we haven't liked how the last month has went, but that doesn't matter now. I mean, we got to take this game or this week 1 week at a time and just go from there.
I feel like this rookie class is just snake bit or something with all the injuries. Like you guys have all had to go through it at some point this year.
I mean, it happens. It's a physical game, and we'll see. Yeah.
Doing good.
So you feel like you're back, you can do whatever you were doing before?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like it's an advantage for you guys having Russ and you both back there and the potential of either one of you guys being out there?
I think so. I think me just being able to utilize with my legs and stuff like that, just causes the defense to, have to watch film on that, have to really just walk through, really just, waste time on it, whether, we're planning on running it or not. So I think it's definitely a plus for us for sure.
This is the end of the road for this season. How much do you think you showed this year, either to the Steelers or to the rest of the league? Chance you had?
I showed what I showed. I'm just getting better each and every day. That's what I'm focused on now. So.
As an offense, how do you kind of thread the needle of, wanting to start fresh while also kind of learning the lessons, taking from what happened over the last month of the season?
You said, how do you thread the needle between wanting to start fresh and
flushing, and remembering the lessons from the last?
I mean, yeah, you pretty much do that every game, so it's really nothing different. We know what we have to do to get better, starting faster, maintaining, being great on third down, 2 minute, and just executing in those, tough and situational moments. So.
Justin, is it much more challenging if the weather stinks and it's snowing to run in?
No, we've been practicing snow, rain, all of that, so we'll be ready.
Justin, how do you feel like you could potentially impact this game?
Shoot. Whichever way Arthur wants to use me, if he does. So, we'll see.
The Ohio State, Texas bets?
Nah, Ryan Watts and Deshaun Elliott are too scared to bet me, so, yeah.
Beanie, you had one last week. How important is it to be opportunistic and create turnovers to get that splash play or interception against this team?
That was one of the big reasons why we won the first game. We had 3 turnovers. And we ended up winning the game. Obviously, want to score more points on offense, but limited their opportunities to score. Obviously, they don't be able to put points on the board.
Does this week feel any different for you? I mean, not only because it's the Ravens, but it's the postseason as well.
Nah, I mean the intensity kind of it cranks up because it's win or go home.
Do you feel like you guys maybe made some steps in the right direction with that second half against the Bengals?
Yeah, for sure. Just practicing, being able to practice communication more and things like that. Obviously, you see the defense is kind of rolling. Didn't allow a lot of points to explosive offense and explosive players with Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, and T. Higgins. Those guys, we didn't allow them to score a lot of points. Held them to a lot of field goals.
Beanie, along with the turnovers, what did you guys do better in the first matchup with Baltimore defensively than in the second?
Just limiting their runs. Obviously, those guys, they have a lot of firepower on offense with Lamar and Derrick Henry running the ball. And just taking the ball away, being able to get to the quarterback, and, being more opportunistic.
You don't see a team with two tight ends, like what they can do. How dangerous is that group for the Ravens?
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty good. Both of those guys, they run routes well. Basically like receiving tight ends, honestly. And, you limit those guys. Obviously, Mark Andrews and Lamar came in together. So Lamar looks for him a lot, especially in the red zone.
When you're facing Lamar, do you find yourself staying with receivers a little bit longer than you would with another quarterback?
Yeah, for sure. Those is one of the things that we work on. Him extending those plays and receivers kind of not really running full routes, just kind of playing like street ball.
Any reaction to being a 9.5-point underdog in this game?
No, I don't really look at that kind of stuff. I think that was their first time beating us in the last 10 games, so you're not really worried about that kind of stuff.
What's the vibe in here, kind of putting the regular season behind and heading to the postseason?
We just know that we got to win the next game. This is one that matters, and obviously if you don't win, you go home. You got to pack your stuff, and obviously some guys won't be here next year and things like that. So just being able to focus on this game and look at the things that we did well and then look at the things that we didn't do well and know that they're going to try to attack us in those type of ways. So just being able to have a plan for that.
All right, one more, guys. Defensive snaps on Saturday. One of those was a pick. How have you kind of stayed ready in the second half of the season?
I know that I can't control really what the coaches, like how much I play and things like that. So just the plays that I do have, I try to make sure that I, don't make any mistakes and, be opportunistic and try to find the ball, it finds good players. So just being where I'm supposed to be and obviously there's only one football. So if I'm in zone, I get to see the ball and things like that. So just trying to go out there and be me still, even though I'm not playing as much. But just going out there and trying to stay ready.